What's up? Day 39. Fuck. Okay. No trade today. Didn't like the way price was moving, even though price fulfilled my bias, which actually, let's double check just how far it went. I have not checked since about 8:30. I left the charts because I decided, price. I don't like the way price was moving. Price moved a bit too slow, and it went all the way up. Okay, so yeah, my bias was completely correct, and there was kind of an entry, like when it came up, and yeah, there was already kind of an entry, right? Because unfortunately, price did do a bit of a pre-market sweep. Sorry, that's GBP USD. Euro USD was the one I was mainly looking at, and it did. Even this one was moving a bit more shit than GBP USD, but fortunately, it did fulfill my bias and has taken two take profits, which is great. But the entry on this was a lot shittier than GBP USD, which had a clean entry, which meant what? Clean-ish entry. Okay, it was a good entry. I'm not gonna lie. On GBP USD, there's a cleaner entry. I probably could have taken that, but GBP Euro USD was not moving like the way I wanted to. Even though it was kind of good enough, I guess, but I'd rather be picky and avoid a loss. Nothing lost, nothing gained, which is still a win in my books. So even though it was probably just about good enough to enter, it's okay. Bias was fulfilled on like very well. Great news. Yeah, like we had 5 minute confluence, and it did sweep off of some 5 minute lows from 5 minute liquidity down there, and created a fair value gap ish. Low-key, nah. Just the way this price was moving was not really having it, but bias was fulfilled. So yeah, we got that part down. Doing pretty solid on that. Yeah. Today has been very tiring. Woke up, go after school, went to gym. I usually don't go straight after school. I don't like to go at that time, but I guess for the next 3-4 weeks, going straight after school would be the most convenient and the most time efficient. And right now, with exams coming up, and I actually do have to try for exams, unlike some bums, time is money. And because time is money, I'm very tired because today I had a couple booster shots, but it's called Bexsero. It's a meningococcal vaccine, and I didn't actually need it, but I said, okay, why not? Why not? There's no harm, and maybe I might need it in the future. So I said, okay, let's get it. Turns out, like, they explained it to me. One of the side effects would be that later on in the day, I'm likely to be feeling some cold-like symptoms. I'm feeling it now. I wasn't feeling it until because I got the shot about 9 a.m. ish, and then I started feeling the cold-like symptoms about 2 hours ago, and it made me really tired. I am very tired right now, even though I've had like 2 shots of coffee this day so far today. So that means, what the fuck was that? Someone just hop on a FaceTime. Okay, it means I need to go to bed. I'll wake up early tomorrow and do the studying that was supposed to be done tomorrow. In terms of trading, I did do about like 40 minutes of back testing, which if I didn't do that, I don't think my brain would have been warmed up to, you know, I don't think, because that 40 minutes of backtesting was like a warm up to me. Like, I was getting some shit wrong in that session, in those runs, but like that made me realize, oh, okay, I did that wrong. I did that wrong, which made me not lose today. I think because I didn't make those mistakes because I was avoiding that loss. So maybe tomorrow price will be moving good, and I will be able to take a win, our first win, first solid win of the week. Because I want a really good win for the week. That would be great. And then we are on the up. Get some momentum on my side, on our side, because we are in this together. Sorry, we're in this together. This journey, you and I. Also, want to bring up a point. There's gonna be maybe 3 more minutes on this video. What was that again? Oh yes, trophies. I think I talked about this earlier. I think I kind of know what my trophy is, or at least was, and I think I might have lost sight of it. So obviously, I grew up the way I grew up. I never really was into those materialistic things. Like, I literally have an Android phone when I have more than enough money to buy an iPhone. You know, from all the hours I've worked, I could buy an iPhone. You know, I could buy a brand new MacBook, maybe. Okay, no, that's a lie. I can't do that. But I could buy a brand new iPhone, and you know, I don't even have a phone cover for this. I literally don't have one. You know, so the only brand new things I buy are like things that I actually need, and I actually need them to be brand new. So, you know, I'm not a materialistic guy, so for me to have a materialistic trophy feels a bit wrong to me. Aside from the Maybach, which is, I guess, a group goal, I think just for the love of the game, just for the love of it. Obviously, the Maybach. Okay, you won't know this, but the Maybach is it's the goal for me and the boys. Just because we all collectively agreed that would be sick. But for me personally, what is my trophy? And I think the trophy is that I want to give back to my parents. You know, they migrated from our homeland to give us and themselves a better life. And obviously, I'm sure they're living a better life here than they would be back at home, back in the Philippines. But sometimes I see them and I think they're still working, and they still look like they're struggling, and I kind of don't like that. I don't like that they're working so hard still. And my mom, especially, she came to this country alone, and that was like for 4 years ish. She was alone in this country until we eventually migrated and moved with her. So, yeah, she made a lot of sacrifices, my dad included, you know, leaving behind everything they had in the homeland. And my mom too, she moved again to Melbourne and left behind us and everything she had here in the pursuit of ambition, in the pursuit of happiness, you could say it. And you know, my mom's alone right now, so I don't want her to work so hard anymore. She's already worked so hard and gave up so much. And I think as her son, it's kind of my duty to take on that role now. Now that especially because I'm an adult now, technically, I guess it's my role to give back, to, I guess, make some bread so that my mom doesn't have to work when she's 70 because she can't retire. No, let's have her retire ASAP. That's even better. That's the goal, you know? Yeah. Like, if you were to ask me, why do I do this? My why is I have like just, this ambition, this drive to just do shit, I just want to do shit. And what's wrong with that? I just want to do shit. And secondly, I want my parents to take a chill pill. My dad, he's not in the best physical condition, and he even had to change his work so that he could accommodate his physical ailments. And I'm like, damn, he ain't making that much bands. I know my dad's not the richest guy in the world. Definitely not. His work right now doesn't pay big time. But, I'm just thinking, something's got to change, and I just don't want to see them struggle anymore. Obviously, the problem is that I low-key kind of did forget about this second part of my motivation, the second driving force of mine. I've been fixated on the first driving force of just doing shit and putting myself out there, but this second driving force, this trophy, has been out of sight for a while now. So I think my mission is to just try to bring it into my line of sight, so that I can focus on that a bit more, and it'll help that fire burn a bit brighter. And yeah, and it's a morally objective morally objective trophy. Because if I were to chase cars, if I were to chase mansions, if I were to chase all these glamorous things that society nowadays values, that would probably keep me further, that would push me further from God, because it is these things that society values, but it's the things that keep us further from God, because it's idolizing things that I'm gonna have to get back to you guys on that, actually, because I low-key forgot my thought process around this. And also, these are something that I've been taught quite a few times already, and it's a teaching that I hold on to, and it's something I also forgot. So I'm gonna have to get back to you guys on that when I remember what to say. And once I remember what to say, you best bet you guys will be lectured. Don't chase. Okay, it's okay to chase the bag as long as you don't idolize the bag. I forgot which commandment. I think it's the third commandment. You should not have idols before, worship idols or other gods. So if you take the meaning of that, worshiping money and all this excessive things, that's idolatry, and that is a sin. That's a sin. Don't do that. There's always a balance to things. That's the key. You can get bag, you can chase that bag, but you gotta balance it out. Anyway, have a good night. God bless. And from here on out, I think the videos will be about 3 minutes or so, because I think I've run out of things to talk about. I've run out of rants, which, good for you. You don't have to pay attention to me for so long anymore. And also because my laptop storage space is running out. So I think the rants will be in the description now. So, bye!